I have always proudly identified as an early bird. I love the feeling of getting up early in the morning. I was the kid who was excited for school. I've never struggled with hitting snooze on my alarm clock. But is being a morning person just about whether or not you can function before 7 a.m.? I was talking to a friend recently who was so happy that her work starts at 10 a.m. so that she could have a slow morning. And I realized that I don't really do slow mornings. I've always felt this need to immediately dive into work or be productive instead of really using that morning time to start my day thoughtfully. So for the past week or so, I have been pretty successful in creating what I find to be a slower morning routine. And so this week, I'm going to try and record it and obviously try to stick with it. One major component to this routine, and something that really helps me set the tone for the whole rest of the day, is the sponsor of this video, which is Headspace. Headspace is a service that provides guided meditations and mindfulness exercises, as well as things like sleep casts and soundscapes. They have guided breathing exercises I love to do on the bus, but they also have focused meditations on things like breaking down grief and anger, or reflecting on happiness and what it is to feel gratitude. As you guys know, I talk about it a lot on this channel, but I do struggle with quite a bit of anxiety. But lately, I've been getting out of bed and immediately putting on my kettle. And as I'm waiting for my tea to boil, I choose whatever morning meditation Headspace recommends that day. Even if it's only for a few minutes, I find that having that in the morning allows me to kind of recall that stillness throughout the day. And I'm able to handle situations that might usually make me more anxious with a little bit more thoughtfulness. And on my great mental health days, it just helps me slow down and be more reflective and grateful. I'll have a link in the description box that you can use if you would like to sign up and get a 60-day free trial of Headspace. I'll be talking about it more throughout the video, but I highly recommend. And thank you so much to Headspace for supporting this channel. And hello, more properly, how are you doing? So this video I'm focusing on not only slowing down my mornings and being more intentional with how I start the day. But I recently came across this concept that is not new, only new to me, that's called a dopamine menu. And I'm taking the very loose idea of it. It is an actual thing that people need and use. But just in the very grand scheme of things, looking at what are things that without fail make me happy. Things I just kind of get lost in, things that no questions asked. After I do it, I will feel mentally so much better. And recently, I've talked about this in quite a few videos, I have been feeling mentally really great. I think part of that is just me being more chill with certain things. Big shout out to like my managers, people who I work with who are helping me just like realize that I'm doing a good job. I can calm down a little bit in terms of my work life, and I've just got things to look forward to, and I'm taking care of myself. And I know we talk about it a lot on this channel, but mental health, things come in waves. So I know that I'm not going to be feeling this great all the time, but I find that I tend to do this thing where I only start to make plans for positive change when I'm in a negative cycle. It's always like the end of vacation when I'm making plans to go home and like, yeah, once I get home, I'm gonna eat so healthy again. I'm gonna go to the gym every day. And it's great to plan things, but it never works out because jumping from like a negative cycle straight into a positive one tends to not work out so well. So currently, I'm in a positive space. I'm trying to create a positive cycle to just like maintain that as best as I can. So I talked about my slow morning routine, which has been really good. It's been going quite well. But one thing that without fail makes me feel so good is making breakfast. And so you guys asked for a frittata recipe. I recently restarted my rice cooker, using my rice cooker for anything but rice. So I did that this morning. And that is also helpful with my slow morning routine, is that not only am I like slowing down, taking time to feed myself. But also it takes about 20 minutes for that frittata to cook up. During that time, I try to read, and it's been working out really well. So anyway, I will show you how to make a frittata. I'm going to get dressed, and we're going to do another thing that is on my always makes me happy checklist. So I will see you there. Thanks as always for being here. Want to try my frittata?
I don't like frittata in general. My wife makes it, I'm sure it's better.
Oh!
Just like a sad song, just like a heartache, go away, this feeling, just like a treasure you cannot replicate, but I can never please. Now something has changed. I love rearrange. Sleepless nights, I'm gonna tumble. Still I can't get enough. You feel my heart like a glove. Sleepy days, my head's no longer hurting. I'm not sure if it's working.
Good morning. We are in Yongsan. There is a typhoon coming in today, so it's very windy, so I might not talk a whole lot. But that was a cafe that's been on my list for a while, and now we're heading to another one where hopefully I will get some soup. It's a good soupy day. So,
Tell me, creature in the night, is the child made of clay? Does he whisper out of sight in the coming new pain? All who hear him are destroyed, all connections torn away, coded signals in the dark, making jack of your clay.
Now we're heading home. I have like 20 pages left of my book and it's so good. What a lovely day. See you at home. Good morning, everyone. Talking about time not existing. I have been meaning, I've hiked Achasan once before, like not the full way, just the halfway point. And I've wanted to do it again, and I keep saying like, oh yeah, I could do this, no problem. It's like relatively easy to get to. It was before COVID, I think, that I came here. So we're gonna try and do this by memory. And the thing that, here it is, the thing that keeps me from coming here, no questions asked, is that in order to get to the trailhead, you have to walk a ton, and that hill is calling us. So here we go, but time to get out to nature. Ooh, Achasan.
Floating through the ring a bit hazy, baby, 1, 2, 3.
Couple experts, do these look like Honeycrisp to you? Because they look like Honeycrisp to me. 4 for $10. Oh.
You talk so much. Is this real love? We fight over one boxing glove. One boxing glove. If only you would see to yourself and maybe we could be fighting over what we believe the heart of the issue.
So the hike isn't even that vigorous, but I am like coated in sweat. The last time I was here, there's 2 different ways you can go up. I'm going up the same way I went last time. Also, Harmony was like picking up trash here. She was like, "You're from America, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." How'd you know? And she was like, "You don't have mountains. Like there are mountains like this in America, right?" And I was like, trying to be diplomatic. I was like, "Not in my hometown." But anyway, last time I was here, there was a very kind man who struck up a conversation with me. He wanted to practice his English, I guess. And he was so interesting because I remember like his dream is that he wanted to see the sunset in Santa Barbara. And I was like, that's a great dream. He also studied Arabic. So he's fluent in Arabic. I was like, that's very cool. There's also tennis courts, but we split paths here because I went the easy way and he went, you can climb directly up if you can see, that's just cliff. It's just straight rock. You can climb that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to climb the easier, slower path, but just like this cute river, gorgeous. So on we go.
Maybe you should stop and consider why I stopped coming around. You talk so much.
Taking a quick break, there's nothing I can do about my hair. Just saw some paramedics walking down. I guess a lady fell, like a really old, like I don't know how she got up that high, but she was fine. She was walking by herself, like kind of leading the pack, honestly, down to the ambulance. So she had like a wrap on her head, but she was totally like chatting up the young paramedics. So you're safe up here. They have lots of signs of like, call this number, this is the marker that you're at, we'll be here in like 10 minutes. So but that just reminded me, hiking is dangerous. Let's stop, drink some water, and then we're gonna continue up. I don't know if it was that I was younger 3 or 4 years ago, or if I just blocked out how many stairs you have to climb, but here I am in the middle, so might as well go up.
Is this real love? We fight over one boxing glove. You talk so much. Is this real love?
Worth it though. So, I can't see the viewfinder. I hope you can see me. This was much easier to find in winter / autumn whenever I came. Oh, I forgot. The pigeons are very friendly here. Hi guys. It was much easier to find because you could see it, but I almost got lost and went like way farther up than I wanted to because the trees are full. But yeah, this is as far up Achasan as I've ever been, and I think as far as I will go today because it's very, very humid. But yeah, this is a relatively easy walk. Let me see. I'm gonna put you down. So from leaving my apartment door to getting to the start of the trail, not even hiking it, was 1,100 steps. And now I'm only at 3,000. So it's really not that much of a walk. And then when did I start this hike? I got to the trailhead 32 minutes ago. So it's really not, it's just endless stairs. So I'm quite sweaty. It's actually, that looks like a rain cloud. Only 29 degrees, but it's 85% humidity. So I'm going to drink my water and head back down. But it's just a really pretty hike. And you get to just sit. I'm pretty alone up here. I think someone is like far over there using the exercise equipment, but other than that, it's just me. Okay, we're gonna do something silly, potentially something I will regret, but we're gonna take a different way down. I usually like to go up and down the same way so that I don't get lost, but I want to go get dubu at the place that we got dubu last time, and it's just kind of a far walk, so if I can cut it a little short. Let's see, let's try new things, let's build new neuro pathways or whatever the hell. Either way, we're getting some dubu.
Let's take a ride. I've got the
Okay, this one is significantly more trail than the way that I came up, which is fine. This is actually very good for your balance and things like that. But yeah, just, it's gorgeous as well. But just in case you need like a more structured, like the stairs and a paved pathway or things like that, this is not the way to go. But I'm
just one more bed. Let's find a brook or stream, my friend. In case if we're a little late again. On to make road.
So this is just a super popular food to eat after hiking or before. So everywhere around here is a dubu restaurant, but I've just been to this one before and they were so sweet to me. Oh well. For that dubu made in-house, 4,000. So good. I got the goosebumps in that cafe. It was so cold. I'm in a jacket. Feeling great. Look at the sky. Oh, so I'm walking to the subway to head home because I have to do some laundry, and I feel like I'm always doing laundry on days that I'm vlogging, but You gotta do it. So yeah, I'm gonna do some laundry and then some work. It's Friday. Feeling good. I think like this is something I need to think a bit more about before I like fully chat about it. But I feel like a lot of my issues deal with like concept of time, I guess. Like sometimes I feel like there's just not enough time in the day, or like I feel like I'm wasting time. And when I go out and do things in the morning, like and like have a slow morning or come out and hike and get a coffee and stuff like that. Right now I sat and I was reading a book for quite a long time in there. It's only like 11:30, versus sometimes I stay at home and I feel like I just kind of waste my time and I feel like I haven't done anything and it's already 11. These are all just like the cutest stores. Hold on. Anyway, so I think that is like a big component in me having a good day, is just making sure that I'm like enjoying my time, I guess, and not stressing. Like you have 24 hours in a day, but they can always feel so different. Like some days fly by and some days you appreciate it. So this is a appreciative day. Oh my God, there's an auto kimbap over here. There is a kimbap place that Kurt and I love called Otto, and it used to be up in like way up in Itaewon, but they moved, but they have now since opened. Like everywhere I go I see Otto kimbap, so if you're looking for a new kimbap place, it's really good. But anyway, I'm walking in what I think is the right direction, but I really should be checking my map, so I will. Yeah, there's Otto kimbap. But yeah, I gotta focus. See you at home. Okay, so I've been home for a while and I finished editing a video. I did laundry, but for one part of my editing process for a video that I'm really happy with, I just got a very spontaneous idea to do it for my book channel. Because I filmed it a little bit further in advance than I usually do, I have some more time to try and do a little more fun editing details. So I'm going to do that. It's basically, I'm just gonna be like making collages, and I didn't even check. I'm really hoping it's on. I want to watch The Parent Trap, because that's also a movie that I can quote from memory. I can quote the entire thing, so I don't really need to focus. I can kind of have one eye on this. That's what we're watching. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
For the only one I see,
V.
it's very, very.
And your trusty butler, me. Truly nothing brings me more joy than that scene. Oh, so good. And I did all my work. I'm so glad. Good morning. The cicadas woke up right when I'm about to talk. I think another important thing when it comes to like having a good day is simply recognizing that you're not going to actually be able to stick to the plan as much as you tried to. So this morning I did not have a slow morning. It's that time of month. My body wanted sleep, and so I did. I scrambled my plans and decided it was better for me to have a different kind of slow morning, to have a sleep in, be very lazy. Oh, stepped on a rock. My shoe isn't on. Clearly a struggle bus of a morning, and that's okay. I think if I had like pushed myself to do all the like make myself this gorgeous breakfast, blah blah blah, it wouldn't have actually served me as well as I would like it to. So I'm going to go to Milestone, the Seoul Forest location, and just read. I have lots of work to do, but I know that if I try to start it in the morning, it's just not gonna work out. So I'm going to do it in the afternoon and use this time to like set my body up for success. So to Milestone we go.
What's a movie with no ending? Or a horse without its wheels? What's a car good for without an engine? Or these songs, if you don't want to hear them?
Bless you. Hi. Goodness me. It is very humid outside. I had to defrost a little bit, change my clothes. I'm in a robe. Just sit under the AC. I'm doing okay. What's really interesting right now, so it is that time of the month for me, and it's really wild because I feel this to a certain extent every single month, but I think I'm just, because it's kind of like within the context of this video, like it's something that I'm thinking about a lot this week in particular, mental health stuff. It's so interesting to feel negative thoughts coming in that I know are hormone based. And luckily right now I'm at a point where I can just kind of like feel them and be like, yeah, I know what you are. Not my first rodeo. I know that like these weird body image thoughts and these weird, you know, random anxiety popping up out of nowhere, I know where it stems from. I feel like such a disconnect from it. It's like I can look at it from a different angle and just be like, yeah, you can exist, but like over there, and I know that you're not really real and you're gonna be gone in a little bit. So like take a seat, let me go bring myself to my favorite coffee shop, eat my favorite cinnamon scone, my favorite decaf coffee, and I'm gonna ignore you. Is that okay? And you know what? It is okay. I feel all right. Like I know that I'm not at 100%, but I also know that at this time, it is not physically possible for me to be at 100%. And that's okay, and I feel like very good about it. Obviously I still like dip into a valley of despair. Like this morning I was kind of out of it and I was just like feeling really bad, and then I was like, no, you know what this is. Again, it doesn't last forever. There are going to be mountains that are difficult for me to climb, but lately I have just been I've been very proud of myself of how I've been able to combat any like uncomfy feeling that has been coming my way, you know? So I'm going to end the video here. I have some work to do, mostly for my book channel, but I'm trying to do more like short form content. Then I have to put on like my other hat and do some emailing. It's been a good week. But yes, so I will let you go. And thank you for being on all of my journeys. You've seen me, I feel like, at every stage of dealing with my mental health. So yeah, just thank you always. Hope you're doing well as well. And thank you to Headspace for sponsoring this. Once again, I have a link in the description box. I also have a QR code if you would like to try Headspace for free for 2 months. Truly, even just for the soundscapes. Kurt and I, that's like our nightly activity. It's like, what are we gonna fall asleep to? So yeah, thank you so much to Headspace. All that information will be either on the screen or down below. And yeah, truly think it's been a big help of centering me and helping me feel even stronger with everything that life tosses at me. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna have some lunch and I will see you guys next time. Okay? Thank you always.